Anyone who's familiar with the Legend of Zelda series knows about the Picori, or better known by their other name, the Minish. These small, mouse-like creatures live all across Hyrule, only appearing briefly every 100 years from the Minish realm for well-behaved children to see. The Minish first appeared early on in the timeline, in the Minish Cap. They were said to have descended from the heavens when the world needed them most, and brought a golden light in the Picori blade. Does the part about descending from the heavens sound familiar? Here, I'll play a clip of the imprisoning war cutscene from Tears of the Kingdom.
Long ago, my people, known as the Zonai, came down from the heavens to the surface of the world. It was said they were descendants of gods.
Sound familiar? While not explicitly said in Minish Cap, several times during the final battle with Vati, he says that with the Light Force, he should have the powers of a god, implying that the Minish have enough power to make someone a god. The Minish can also create things like rupees and kinstones, which they hide in places all around Hyrule for the Hylians to find. Point is, they have a large amount of magical power. Almost godlike. I'm just gonna say it, they are pretty similar. They both have the same type of ears, the same noses, they can both have cool hair, and they both appear pretty early on in the timeline. Maybe. That's sadly where the similarities end. They have more differences than they do things in common. Most notably, the size difference. The Minish are said to be the size of Link's thumb, while the Zonai are taller than the average Hylian. The Minish have a tail that the Zonai don't. Although the tail might just be a feather that's attached to their clothes, evidenced by both Ezlo and Minish Vati not having them. Cece's done it again! Made an entire other race wear questionable accessories. Great job, Minish Cece. The two races also have entirely different skin colors, which could be explained by evolution, as well as very different tastes in hats. At first glance, most people would say that they're not related at all. But as a Zelda theorist, it's my job to read way too much into things that most people would shrug off as having no meaning. So what if some Minish actually split off the line and became human size? We see that they have the power to do this at the end of Minish Cap when Ezlo talks to Link and Zelda. So what if they gave up their size-changing power and stayed in Hyrule when the door to the Minish realm closed and evolved into Zonai? It could be possible, but the change would have had to happen before they descended from the sky, so it seems less plausible. Until you look at it from a different angle. The now Zonai Minish could have just forgotten about their Minish heritage, or they could have just made the murals under Hyrule Castle themselves, portraying that they were always fully Zonai. Now, as far as we can tell, after the Minish Cap, everyone has forgotten about the Minish, including the royal family, who kept their existence a secret. This includes Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Back in the day, they used to hold festivals for them and honor them relentlessly. And seeing as how 100 years have passed, and then a few more, it's safe to say that there have been no Picori festivals in that time. Now, this may not be because they were forgotten about in Breath of the Wild, but maybe everyone who remembered them just got blown to pieces by Guardians. Another reason they may not have appeared was because they were there during the Great Calamity, saw it, and said,
"Yeah, I don't think we're gonna come to this realm anymore."
I would presume that they came during or around the Great Calamity because they were planned to be in Breath of the Wild, which was 100 years after the Calamity. Wait, wasn't this video about the Minish and the Zonai? Anyways, what if the two gifts that were given to the Hylians were given at two different times by the two different races? I'm not gonna spoil my next two videos, so you'll have to wait and see for those. But what if the Minish gave the Picori blade and the Zonai gave the Light Force? So what's up with the technological prowess that the Zonai have? Last time I checked, the Minish were little creatures that used a thread and a needle when there was a sewing machine right next to them. I didn't think that they were big into tech, but now the Zonai side has all these things that you can use to easily take over the world. They built lasers, rockets, and bombs. What more could anyone ask for? They could have made it out of sheer will to be as different from the Minish as possible. We know that they are highly intelligent, and Zonai, like Minoru, from a young age, began to try to build machines. The Zonai eventually died out or became crossbred with Hylians, and then those eventually died out. But the Minish are still thriving, as you can see from this here rupee hidden under this rock. Who knows? Maybe one day another group of Minish will once again become Zonai. Only time will tell. Hey, thanks so much for watching the end of the video. Like I hinted at earlier, this will be a 3-part series. I'll release part 2 next week and maybe part 3 another week after. Although I'm hoping for a little bit less time than that, I'm trying to make this video in less than 24 hours because I have a very strict deadline for this video. I started and finished the script on Thursday, and my goal is to post it on Friday whenever I finish it, or on Saturday morning. I'll put a little part in the edit if I did or not, so just look and see what it says on screen right now. Okay, for anyone who has edited this kind of stuff, it takes a really long time to make a video. Like, I'll spend a full 24 hours script writing, editing, and publishing on a 1 to 4 minute video, and the 7-minute ones, like my last video, took around 48 full hours of work. And those examples don't even include research. Point is, I put a lot of effort into these, and I hope you really enjoy it. And thank you all so much. The algorithm finally started recommending one of my videos, and now it has nearly reached 1,000 views at the time of writing this script. I'm going to make the best content I possibly can, and I hope you all stick around to enjoy. With that, this has been Zeldine. See you next time.